All right, let's get this party started. What's going on, everybody? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine and Crypto, where I am currently on call, busting my butt this week, getting my ass kicked, and it's time for another show. So we'll have to see how things are shaping up. It was pretty green for much of this week, and of course, the stream is getting a little bit choppy. Thank you, Comcast, for doing great things as always. We're a little bit red today, unfortunately. But an uptrend is an uptrend. And now we're making a downtrend. I'll explain in just a moment. Anyways, good morning, everybody, to, Black Cat Crypto. Thank you for being around. I know some of you join ahead of time, but then your message gets away, depending on how early you get. First time 13. GKC, hi, from Missouri. Thanks, man. What's up? Hi from Florida, New Jersey. We got Jersey here. Got Missouri. Why don't you go down to the bodega, get me a coffee? Who else we got? We got Happy Dictator. It is a happy dictator. Okay. You go down. Rud, what's up, Rud? How you doing? Good to see you. Good evening. It's morning here, but good evening. Argon Strider, what's up? J-Bo Hannon. Gandalf. The Gray. This is gonna be one of those streams. Why can't you maintain? You're not doing anything special. You're a stock RTX 27. I keep saying OBS disconnecting, connecting. So I'm not even sure if I'm online. Come on, you're messing up my show here, buh. Let's do this. You gonna stay connected? You good? Are you good? You good? Alright, I'm gonna continue now. Alright, thank you. Anyways, much of the market's in red. But, you know, this is an uptrend compared to where we were, you know, honestly. We hit some major support around the 18K range, somewhere in there. And now we're being held down a little bit by this trend I'm seeing here. Just ever so slightly. Don't trust me on it. I just like to keep an eye on the charts. We may come back down into the 20Ks or lower, bounce back off the 1918s, and then break out for a little bit. But then we got some serious resistance even further up as we move on. And I know everybody's got, like, you know, a line here and a line there and a line here, and then they're like, you know, Mercury's in retrograde, and this is why Bitcoin is going to, you know, crash, or this is why Bitcoin, I don't give a damn. I just look at the charts. I'm not even an expert, and I just look at trends. Long story short, let me tell you this. Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. Not all crypto, right? Like, let's see how many cryptocurrencies are around right now, because this number has been growing. We're over 20,324 now. Not all 20,000 are going to be around years to come. But years to come, I am pretty dang confident that Bitcoin will continue to be there. It looks like OBS and everything's got its S together. So what could be causing you to crash? I wonder. I'm closing out some programs here. I don't really have much of up. You know, GeForce, Logitech, hardware info. Always have hardware info up. So I'm not sure exactly what connection issue is going on. Let's go do a speed test. Not on that screen, because I don't want you guys to see my damn IP. Not that it really matters. If you guys wanted to find me, you would find me. But I'm cool with all my black hats, man. We're one and the same. Speed's fine. Let's see what the uploads are. So I guess I'm gonna bust through the stories as quickly as possible. It's nothing too crazy. It's really more boring than anything. I think people are just looking for FUD, or looking for crap to get into, or FUD to spread, or good news to spread, to have a reason for some coin or some other. Because I've been getting promoted, or having different coins promoted to me. Yeah, speeds are fine, man. Speeds are fine. I don't understand. Let me move this up just a hair. Yeah. 827 down, or yeah, down, and then 36 up. So I don't understand what the problem is. I know some of you with AT&T probably have like 100 meg up. So all right, let's go quick. Bitcoin is going to be here to stay. All right. Bulls are looking for something to be happy about. On the 20th, there's some news about it's holding 23.5K. Yay. And, you know, that didn't last long. And here we are coming back down. This is on the daily chart. So bulls looking for something, some type of motivation to keep the trend going. Everybody keeps on saying the word capitulation. BTC miners capitulate. You know, mining operations, big, small, or indifferent, need to make a profit, right? So they're going to sell what they mine to cover their overhead, to cover off the operations, make sure everything is good to go, pay their bills, because everybody's got to pay their bills, pay Uncle Sam or whatever country you're in, whatever you guys call it. So people, one article will be like, oh no, we're going to go down, and then the other article will be like, yeah, we're bullish, yay. And then, of course, this is some good news. Bitcoin network difficulty drops 27.69 terahash as the hash rate eyes recovery. You know, as certain operations probably couldn't be, it's not economical for them to continue to mine at their electricity rate. So they shut down rigs or ASICs or entire containers or entire warehouses temporarily. Until, you know, Bitcoin reaches a point to where they are able to cover their overhead and everything else that they got going on for their operation, or they expand. Either they downsize or they expand. So a couple people dropping off, nothing too crazy, but we can see a nice little dip right here in the hash rate, and we should be recovering soon. If not, it looks like we already have begun the recovery on the 22nd. Today's the 23rd. Matter of fact, let's go look up the Bitcoin hash rates. Blockchain.com. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see it right below me. Yeah, so we're at 195.941, where we were yesterday at 195.94. Okay, so same thing. Obviously, it's probably like a lagging indicator, but it only goes to the 21st. Hang on. Past 30 days. Why does that say only the 21st, but this guy was able to get the 22nd on theirs? Anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah, hash rate dipping down for Bitcoin, but it will be a-okay. Moving on, crypto market climbs 15% in a week following Ethereum merge date revelation. Now, a lot of people are saying that because of the Ethereum merge announcement on September 19th, was like kind of like the bullish sentiment or bullish news that people needed in their lives. I don't see why Ethereum would be the only reason for the entire crypto market to climb up. I really don't see why that would be, but you can see that we've been slowly climbing out of this extreme fear. You know, just getting into fear, not quite comfortable yet, but really this week is going to be super important. This week we have the Fed meeting going on. And I'm sorry for everybody that is watching later or is watching live for the choppiness at the beginning of the stream. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. I'm not sure if it's going to continue. My deepest apologies. Not usually how I run the show, but I can't control the elements. System, I don't know what it is. It's different GPUs, so we can't blame the GPU. Last time I was blaming the 3080. Comcast is doing work in my area, so it's Comcastic. So my deepest apologies. But this week we got the Fed meeting, right? I believe it's the 26th and the 27th. So we want to keep an eye on that situation, right? Where you got all the other bits of information that people were saying, keep an eye out, you know, CPI, unemployment, this, that, and the other, recession. I understand that. I'm not an economics person, economist. Yeah, anyways. I'm not one of those people. I just pay attention to things, I read the charts, and I see what's going on. Right now, the market's kind of mixed, right? We got a lot of people being happy and bullish on certain things, and we got a lot of people still saying that we're going to continue to pull down. And I do see a pull down or a downtrend still in our future. The question is, are we going to break past 18K and dip further? You know, 16, 13, what some people are calling, or are we going to, you know, come down, hit the 18, bounce up, and then start our uptrend, right? Because we've been on a downtrend for quite some time. If we count the days here, from here to here. We've been at 255 days basically, right? And let's look at the last one. Let's see if I got that right. So that was only 98 days. All right, so that was 98 days. This one's probably the longest it's been, but it's you know, it's pretty unforeseen circumstance. Yeah, 256. Unforeseen circumstances, you know, with the pandemic, the yeah, I'm not sure if I'm appearing choppy to you guys, but it just did it again. So it's the perfect storm of situation. So we've been in this downtrend for a little bit longer than what we've seen in the past, but this is not the first bear market we'll have in Bitcoin. It won't be. It certainly won't be the last. So I mean, this one's a pretty long one right here until we start our uptrend. So these cycles come and go. Things will get better. And that was 262. So are we near the end of this cycle and we're going to start putting an uptrend? You know, there's no crystal ball, but everybody's saying the Ethereum merge date being announced, and you know, everybody getting excited for that is one of the biggest reasons why the crypto market is pumping up or having like a mini rally. Obviously pulling back a little bit today, nothing too crazy, but I wouldn't contribute just to that. Ethereum Classic soars 100% in 9 days, outperforming ETH as the merge approaches. Now this is very interesting. Do you think people, and this is for the live chat, see if I can get this out before OBS crashes. Do you think Ethereum Classic could be getting a little bit of a pump, and not fully pump, but a little bit of the pump, with people, you know, retail investors going into their phone? They're like, oh, you know what? Oh, Ethereum's got a merge coming up, and they go and they get Ethereum Classic instead of Ethereum. Like, has that happened before? Yes. Could that be it? The main reason why Ethereum Classic is pumping? Probably not, but Ethereum Classic was a lot cheaper compared to Ethereum, so I can see a lot of retail investors getting into it thinking, hey, you know what, I can make some pretty good money off of this. Yeah, I don't have Norton Rud. I do have Malwarebytes and a couple other things that I utilize, but no major antivirus or nothing like Norton. Big Irish Crypto, what's going on? How you doing over there? I'm trying to see if this connection was maintained. I'm not even sure if I'm really cutting off. This is Red Panda hacking you? Red, stop. No, man. It happens every blue moon, the connection issue. There was a lightning strike. So we've been getting a lot of storms lately, and there was a pretty decent lightning strike like right next to my house. I think it hit my neighbor's house. And like that, of course, that took down everything. The rigs are on a you know, obviously a PDU. Everything is on a surge protector or battery backup. But I think that lightning strike probably effed with the modem. I did reboot it, but obviously maybe not picking up. But the router is sound. The router is a really good router. I talked about this in the past. So it's every once in a while. Last time I dealt with this was when I had the 3080 in here. But it's the 2070 now, and it ran just fine for the past couple of weeks. So I think it's more of a network connectivity issue more than anything. But what do you think about Ethereum Classic? Do you think people are buying Ethereum Classic thinking it's Ethereum by accident, even though it's ETC versus ETH? They just see Ethereum in their Coinbase or whatever wallet, see it's cheap, and want to get a bunch of it before the merge? What do you guys think in the live chat or in the future? In the future, if you know the future, tell me. But yeah, we kind of went from this like 14 high $13, shot up real quick to like the 25 22 range, and then got strongly rejected at the 25 range, 26. And you know, honestly, where are we at right now? Let's go find out. Yeah, we made it. It's definitely holding us down, so we gotta see if we can push through that. But yeah, I mean, Ethereum Classic had its moments back in the day. You know, honestly, it's the original Ethereum chain, right? Code is law. So, you know, it could have its day as miners, you know, move to it once the Ethereum merge comes on and people are preparing for that. You know, getting a bag, making sure they got some bags and stuff like that, because Ethereum Classic, you know, is going to continue to be mineable. It's a different hash, you know, ETC hash versus Dagger, or ETH hash, whatever you want to call it. So we'll see how things pan out. Coinbase, of course, is getting scrutinized, but they criticized the SEC for ineffective crypto regulations because I believe they went out, the SEC or somebody has gone after one of the board members, or what was it? One of the board members. This should have been over here. Hang on. I got my articles all mixed up here. Who's getting the criminal charges? Fraud relating to insider trading. All right, so the New York Times report that the federal prosecutors in New York have charged 3 people with wire fraud related to insider trading scheme of cryptocurrency, including former Coinbase exchange employee Ishan Wani. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, but good luck with that. And we'll talk about it in a minute because I got my articles mixed up. I want to talk about this guy. This guy. Oh my God, this guy is everywhere. Elon. All right. So every time Elon takes his, everybody wants to know what hand he wiped with. Like, get off dude's nuts, man. Like, seriously, why does he have to have so much influence over the markets? And people saw, oh my God, Tesla sold 75% of its Bitcoin from its balance sheet. Oh no. And then they freaked the hell out. It's just so stupid, guys. It drives me completely up the wall. It drives me up the freaking wall. Sorry, I'm on call. I gotta check things. All right, cool. We're good. My boys got it handled. So yeah, Elon Musk, and now they're in hot water apparently, and I didn't know that. But yeah, so Tesla sold 75% of his Bitcoin, worth about $2 billion or 1.7 billion at the time, at the end of 2021. So it's already been sold, right? So it's already it should be already priced into the market. Because if we look at the beginning of end of 2021, let's go back to USD. End of 2021 would be, yeah. So I mean, like this was during the downtrend, right? So if Tesla bought Bitcoin, right, and it was around like $30 something or 20, you know, 30 something dollars, no, 29 or 30K, right? And then they sold during one of these big pullbacks, right? Let's say the 54, 50 range. They made some pretty decent money, right? They sold, they covered their books, they got their balance sheet all squared away. And so that information is already in there, or that effect of this news is already in there. But people heard the news, thus here we are, and we're selling some more Bitcoin because we're concerned about whatever. I don't know. So anyways, Tesla breathes and people ask for how long. Tesla has dumped 75% of Bitcoin holdings on the year to tout a long-term potential. Now, he does state in the meeting that their thing to sell was nothing against Bitcoin. It was completely a business move, a business decision. They still support and believe in Bitcoin, essentially. It's not that they have anything against Bitcoin. And then he specifically says at the end of the meeting, we still got our Dogecoin, though. So then all the Dogecoin people went crazy, and then they were happy and rejoice everywhere and whatever. Anyways, but Tesla may take a $460 million impairment charge on its Bitcoin holdings for Q2. That's interesting. When did this come out? It came out the 20th. And so Tesla's news that was everywhere was around the same time. But why? Let's see here. Sizable, blah, blah, blah. According to the company scheduled, blah, blah, blah. All right, don't care. So Tesla first bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in January 2021. Okay, so January 2021. January. Ooh. January 2021. So that would be anywhere from, yeah, like I said, around the 30K range. Okay. So around the 30K range. Where'd it go? I lost it. Around 32, 33. Yeah, Tesla sold about 10% of its holdings and later in that quarter, yada, yada. Okay. With Bitcoin ending the second quarter at 18K, Johnson, who is bearish on Tesla, expects the company to take a non-cash impairment charge on its total holdings of 460 million, or roughly 40 cents a share. Interesting. And then, of course, that day, Tesla stock was up 0.6%. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm tired of everybody like on Twitter or on these social media platforms waiting with bated breath about what XYZ person, celebrity, news person, econo person. I just, you guys rely too much on, and I'm not talking to you, my viewer. I'm just saying, in general, people rely too much, or put too much faith in others. Put faith in yourself. Let's do that today, all right? Put faith in yourself. Anyways, moving on. I'm gonna check the live chat. How are you managing this Florida heat well? Well, Big Irish Crypto, I am managing it quite well. It is nice and cool. I did have to get an extra like AC unit, like a small one, just for the wife, right? Because if your wife is hot in the middle of the night, she gets a little bit crabby. So just to make sure she's nice and cold, tucked in her blanket, we got an extra AC unit that's pulling in air from outside and just into the bedroom. Not a window box unit, but you know, one of those stand-up ones that you put a vent to the window. So that's keeping us nice and cool. I was thinking about moving it to buy the mining rig, but of course that's a big giant door. So I need to make sure I can seal it off, and then I can just have that cold air go right into the mining rig tent. But the problem with that is that then turns into humidity with the extra heat and the extra coolness, and then we start to build up moisture, so that may not be such a good idea. So in all, everything is running great. We got some things turned down just a bit. Make sure we can keep everything nice and running 24/7 op, which is what's most important, efficiency and uptime. Not so much the highest hash rate at the most power draw. Anyways, U.S. files criminal charges against insider trader of cryptocurrency. So we got 3 people on here that, and you know, I seen honestly with, I seen this, we've all seen this, is basically, so we get a notification on Coinbase or whatever exchange that this coin is now going to be available to trade. And it seems like right when we get that notification, we go to look at that coin's already pumped, you know, 25, 30, 50%. And it seems like people know about it before it's going to happen. Like, maybe, I don't know if you want to call it insider trading, but it's just like, you know, friends amongst friends. Maybe a Coinbase employee is like, yo, Tim, you know, go ahead and grab, you know, Logicoin or something. And, you know, we're about to list it on Coinbase, or we're about to throw it on Binance, or we're about to throw it on Bittrex, or we're about to open up trading for this coin on this place or platform. It seems that, you know, the in the know people, friends of friends, you know, because it's not what you know, it's who you know in this day and age, know about it. Go get a bag at some other exchange that may already have it supported before that other exchange comes in. And that just causes it to blow up. And there's probably a lot more in the background that we can't see, so we'll have to see what kind of comes out from this particular criminal charges and case, because one of them is Coinbase, and then Coinbase criticizes SEC for ineffective cryptocurrency regulations. They do need to issue clear guidance, so that's kind of a hard decision, right? Like I'm all for crypto. I want crypto to grow. I don't want it to be regulated into the ground, but we do need some level of constructive framework, regulatory framework, for people to comply with, because, you know, it's been much of the Wild West for years since Bitcoin first came out. You know, throughout much of the 2013s and 14s and 15s, you know, it was flying by the seat of your pants. And now it's a little bit more stable, but we got these crypto banks, if you will, promising the world and then screwing over their user base, which absolutely sucks because the whole point of crypto was to get away from the banks, to bank the unbanked, and now here we are doing the opposite, which I went into on a tangent last time about that, so I'm not going to do it this time. Yeah, so Coinbase blasts SEC over a trading case, says none of the tokens in the list are securities. So we got more arguments about what's a security, what's not a security. And it's just been going on. I believe there was a number of people like Michael Saylor who went on Altcoin Daily that called, Ethereum and some others a security, and then and Cardano, and then Charles Hoskinson clapped back. So there's a lot of argument going on as far as like what's a security, or what qualifies as a security, or what asset is a security versus what isn't. So it's a lot of back and forth cloak and dagger crap. So people have bought Tesla with Bitcoin, and they are right trade it in. They are right to trade it in. Okay. I have a 52 cards in the garage doing well also. What's the temperature over there, Big Irish Crypto? What's the temps? Let's see here. So weather. I don't even know how hot it is outside right now. It's not bad. It's not bad because we've been getting a lot of rain lately. So it's like 92 high today, but we've been hitting like 95, 97. Rains, and then it cools down really good. California can soon use cryptocurrencies to donate, or you can soon use cryptocurrencies to donate to your favorite campaign, representative, candidates, whatever you want to call it. So that's cool that the political atmosphere is getting into it. But of course, those politicians want to use that cryptocurrency. I bet you $5 they may sell 50% of it to cover their costs on the campaign trail, and then they're going to keep the other 50% in their bags or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. It says cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin. So, I mean, if you get lesser cryptocurrencies, instantly sell for Bitcoin, USD, USDC, USDT, and then pay for your campaign trail, your equipment, your papers, pens, your aids, whatever you want to call it. So Californians can soon use cryptocurrencies to donate to their favorite local candidates. Vitalik drinks hot water. I don't know why this is important. Hot water in a heat wave, and other observations from Paris Ethereum conference. So the conference is going down right now in Paris. I wish I could be there, but I can't. I know the EU is going through a tough time right now, so I'm not sure how everybody's doing. I haven't been keeping up with it on Twitter. At the EVGA or conference, things start off very hot than previous years in Europe due to the heat wave, when the temperature reached as high as 107 degrees Fahrenheit. This made for a very sweaty event because there was no fully functioning air conditioning in the venue. And it's hard to have a fully functioning AC in a big place. What was it? Linus Tech Tips was talking about how much he was going to get charged to run an AC at his new headquarters. And it was hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, it feels like there's no bear market when I step into the conference room, says Ma. Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah. So I think it's important to note that everybody is getting hotter than normal temperatures. Let's see what Big Irish says. So the Naples afternoon rain helps. Okay. You got a bunch of RX 570s. And you have... It gets 72, but all the others are low to mid 60s. Well, no, not the temperatures of your GPU. What's the ambient air temperature there at your location? That's what I'm talking about. So your cards are getting up to 72 or low to mid 60s, which is where your card should be. That's where most of my cards sit, is either in the 50s or 60s. Few cards are up in the 70s on the core. Mem, more importantly, like, one of them's at 94. What's up, Veteran Miner? Thank you for stopping by. So, but everywhere it's hot right now is the point that I'm trying to make here. So Vitalik and everybody at the EVGA or Paris conference is feeling that heat wave. There's been some massive, let's go look up EU fires. There's been some massive fires over there. And And it's been crazy, guys. California's been getting hit with fires. Like, you know, I'm not sure if you guys care about global warming, but it sucks. It absolutely sucks. But I do want to notate this right here. So as everybody wants to blame miners for the increase, I want you to know what's happening right now in the atmosphere or with this climate conditions is from events in the past. It's not right now. It's not like, oh my gosh, you guys have been mining since 2014, 2013, 2012. You're causing all these heat waves and blah, blah, blah. No, no. Look at this study. Where's it at? Oh, did I lose it? Where's the numbers? Where's the numbers? Hang on, hang on. There it is. All right. This study found that BTC mining accounted for just 0.09% of the 34.8 billion metric tons of carbon emissions estimated to be produced globally and consumed just 0.15 of the global energy supply. Think about that for a second. So anybody who wants to argue climate conditions are the miners aren't helping. Yeah, I understand we're not helping, but we need to get our local governments, energy providers and stuff like that up to speed. Like, yo, you need to go greener, right? We need to stop using fossil fuels. We need more solar. We need more wind. We need more hydro. We need a nuclear power plant, but that has newer and better technology to help secure it. We need to make sure that we're taking care of our waste, and wind turbines have waste, right? When those turbines start to fail, crack, break up, there's no real way to destroy those fiberglass, long ass, whatever you call them, windmill blades. So like that's waste that people have to figure out what to do with. Some of them turn into art and sculpture. Some of it just gets thrown in a landfill, which isn't good. Nuclear power. What do you do with the spent rods? Well, they just store it long term in some mountain somewhere, which isn't good either. So if we're going to go green, we need to make sure we have solutions to the problems. But miners, and I'm going to call out some of the miners up in the Midwest, are forcing their energy providers to improve and increase their infrastructure, which is needed, right? Biden's been trying to get this infrastructure bill passed. Certain parts of it may not be agreed upon by everybody. But it is true that America, and just say North America, we as a whole need to improve our infrastructure. And I've been saying that for a while. And mining, right? Mining operations is calling that into question, forcing people to look and be like, oh crap, we do need to upgrade this. So hopefully people understand that, you can't blame mining for the reasons there is so hot, for the heat waves, for the climate changes, because everything we're feeling now is actually from years past. Like it takes years to take effect, which is why we were asking to act in the past. Now, I'm not a Greenpeace climate advocate, but I do understand my impact on the environment. So I do what I can to minimize that. My little mining operation, not that big on a grand scale of things. If Bitcoin mining only accounts for that much, my GPUs isn't doing shit. All right, ASICs are more power hungry, depending on the model, and there's bigger farms and operations with a bunch of ASICs on the wall, or containers, warehouses, whatever it is. So if that's the percentage Bitcoin's doing, I would say Ethereum. Let's think about that for a second. If Bitcoin accounts for only 0.09% of 34.8 billion. Right? And what did we see the terahash was at? Let's see if we can find that real quick. So 195 terahash, right? And let's go look up miningpoolstats.stream. Let's go look up Ethereum. We're at 934 terahash. Okay. So let's see if I can do this math really good, because I'm probably going to suck. All right, so 195. 0.09%. How am I going to do that? Let's see here. How did it get that? Well, that's billion. So it's 9%. All right, so let's say 980. divided by 195. That's 5 times. Okay. So not even 0.5% of the 34.8 billion metric tons of carbon emissions. Right around 0.5 of the entire. Okay. So yeah, I don't go around pointing fingers and blaming miners for all the climate conditions that we're in, when honestly we don't even account for that much energy usage. There's a lot of things like my AC over here is using more juice than 2 of my rigs, which I probably should shut down, but yeah, matter of fact, I need to go shut that down. Anyways, moving on. I looked at the what was this website right here, the Transaction Street, and this. Keep an eye right here for block times. So the median transfer fees around 69 cents for Ethereum. We're looking for block times up here. Let's see if we can find it. Average block time 12 seconds. So it's actually gone down. The average block time for Ethereum has gone down. The difficulty button was pushed back. We do have a firm set date. Or well, okay, let me take that back. It's not a firm set date. It's a soft date. It's a tentative date. It could be pushed back, but I doubt it because the Ethereum devs want to just move on. And so when I was on this website, I saw EV Mavericks, and I was like, what the hell is this? Now, I am not promoting them in any way, but I just wanted to show you the Watchtower. All right, I'm not going to go over their website. Decentralization is good, is a public good. Watchtower tracks staking entities who have committed to cap their scope of control over 22% of Ethereum's network. So basically, people who agreed to not have over 22% of Ethereum's network. And you can see Lido acknowledged, but they're still at over 30%. Coinbase, they did not cite that, in solidarity that they would do this. But they're at 13.84, Kraken at 8.7, Binance at only 5, which I thought Binance would be a lot more than that. Bitcoin Swiss, which is interesting. I wonder if that's an off-chain. Maybe they just use the same name, but I wonder if that's like the crypto operation of the Swiss bank, right? Because they're a big conglomerate in the banking space, but they're only at 2%, and then so on and so forth. So I just thought this was very interesting to me. Of how much is this actual real-time data that tracks how much of each one of these control, a percentage of the network hash rate, Ethereum network hash rate. So Lido's got to get their stuff down. Coinbase has got to pick up some more, Kraken, or just spread out the wealth on some of these other individuals, right? And see how that goes. But I just thought that was very interesting. Moving on. Because we got 15 minutes left. Let me check the chat. Decibeats, I like your name. Decibeats, grand upgrade. You mean even senator? Da, da, da. Yeah, please drive safely. Thank you for swinging by the veteran miner. By the way, let's go see your channel real quick. There's 2 things I want you guys to know. Oh, good job. Okay. All right. Good job. So the veteran miner did some really good like cable customization, showing you how to actually make a cable, I believe, right? What was that one video? Got some good shorts in there. Looks really good. I like your logo, your green scale. So make sure you go and check my boy out here. Give him some love if you're not already. And by the way, for those of you that just showed up, thank you, first off. But you should consider, if you're up, because I know Crypto Mikhail is on before me, you should consider checking out Crypto Mikhail. He usually goes live right before me. So we got the Veteran Miners channel, and we got Crypto Mikhail, who starts his live stream before me. Now, I got a lot of work to do today. So after I get done with the stream, I got to help a client with a couple of things. I got to check a couple of things at work, get some forms and some paperwork done. But let's look at the overall news of what's going on. So DJ Mines was on the news earlier this week because he got his hands on the Intel discrete graphics cards, the A3080 and the I believe it's the 310. Basically, it's a laptop variant of the Intel graphics, but on a desktop format, right, with the PCIe slot and everything. Unfortunately, each one of those news outlets kind of treated him like he was the devil, and we should all be happy because Intel GPUs cannot mine cryptocurrencies. That is right now. That is not going to be the case long term. That is only right now. As things progress, because this is a new architecture, new GPUs in general. And the same thing we had with AMD, right? When AMD first came out, only a few miners would work for a little bit. And then as the miner devs got their hands on these GPUs and were able to code, update, the kernels more importantly. And somebody told me in a comment that they don't need to update the kernels. I'm pretty sure the mining operations or the mining devs need to update the kernels on their miner. But OpenCL is already enabled on these GPUs, so that's a good thing. So we're not using CUDA, we're using OpenCL, kind of like AMD. They just need to be able to utilize and see what the GPU has, right? Because, for example, it uses XE cores, right? This isn't CUDA cores. This isn't AMD's architecture. So it's different. And so the miners programs got to see what the GPU has to offer and obviously utilize that to mine. The good thing is look at the pricing on these GPUs, right? So we got a GPU here, and let's look at the A380. The A380, a 6GB card with a 96-bit bus, memory bus, is supposed to be around 130 to 140, right? That card, and this even if DJ Mines couldn't get it working, that card, if we look at Gamers Nexus, let's look at my boy Steve. Long hair, don't care. Hang on one second. You're going to hear some noise. A380. Yep, GPU review and benchmarks. Probably going to get an ad here.
Some API into the game spot.
All right. So some games, the Intel GPU did great. Some games, the Intel GPU did not. And also enabling resizable bar actually helped out quite a bit compared to stock. But we can see essentially this A380, depending on the title, performs right under a 1650 and right around a 6400. So it's either 6400, 6500 XT, or 1650. Now, if we go to whattomine.com, and this is just pure speculation. This is my system, but let me go ahead and open up a new tab, uncheck a bunch of these. And let's look. I don't think they have this. Do they have the 6400 on here? Where's the 6400? 6400, 6500? I don't think they have that. I think they saw that there's no point in adding it. 5500 XT. So there is no 6400 on here. All right. Then we got to do some data. All right. Let's go do some data. So RX 6500 XT hash rates. And see what NiceHash has to say. All right, 6500 XT, but you don't tell me the hash rate, you son of a biscuit. You do not help me. $6,500. Okay, here we go. So ETC, so about 13 mega hash. 13 mega hash, around 50 or 27 watts, depending on the algorithm. That's about 25 cents a day, maybe 13 cents in electricity. So, like, because I have what to mine, I have an account, which I'm going to sign in so you can't see it. Because I have an account, I can go to custom. We can, is the 6,500 in here? No, the lowest we can go is 6,600. Actually, what is the 5,600 is too good. Let's go 5,500. And let's say Intel A380. And this is just pure speculation, okay? This is just pure speculation. And let's say if it's around a 1650, which I do need to find here, 1650 and 6500 XT, which we do not have. So we're going to do 6600, which is too good for it. And then where's the 1650? There's 1660. There's no 1650. All right, so let's see here. 28, 24. So it's 13. Let's go for a 1050 Ti, because that's the next comparison that we can do. And of course, it doesn't have. All right, so it's got 13. So 1050 Ti, right? Which in some games, the 1050 Ti will actually outperform the A380. So it's kind of this middle ground, depending on the title, depending on the algorithm, that this card may perform well or perform worse. And I'm not looking at live chat if you're yelling at me, which you probably are. But that 1050 Ti could be right where it sits. Let's customize pre-configured GPU. Let's choose a 1050 Ti. Okay. So that gives us that base information. And looking at what we have here, the memory bus, the amount of memory, which should be GDDR6, not 6X. We should know the speed of 6. I don't think they modified it in any way like Nvidia did. We should be able to extrapolate some of the performance of these cards. And so I'm super interested in what Intel, when unlocked, can actually do. So even though these articles were just like, rejoice, DJ mines, crypto miners can't utilize Intel GPUs, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before it's unlocked. And they're not going to be great, right? They're not going to be like, oh my goodness, I'm getting 200 mega hash at 300 watts or some crap like that. But Intel's focused on the lesser end of the GPU market, right? Taking out the entry level and the mid range, focusing on that, which is what I said they should do months ago, if not a year and some change ago, because AMD and Nvidia haven't been really focused on that side. Yes, they have some GPUs released for that segment, right? OEM plus, but they're not really focused on that. They're fighting it out at the top. So while they're fighting it out at the top, Intel's going to come in at the bottom and start getting some of that market share. Hey, OEMs, HP, Dell, let me give you a good GPU. This, plays games pretty good at 1440p or 1080p, 60 frames or above, blah, blah, blah. That entry-level OEM plus is where Intel should be shooting. But the A770 and the A750 are very interesting to me, so we'll see how things pan out. We shall see how things pan out. Let's look at this Alchemist Review Roundup. Let's see if we can find that DJ Mines article again. Like, they acted really happy. And they were kind of like, good that miners can't do it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, see right here. Intel Arc A380 graphics card not yet available to purchase out of China. The company did not confirm, blah, blah, blah. But there's still some good news. Intel Arc A380 does not work with any mining software yet. Thank you for putting yet. Although crypto craze is essentially over, it's never over. It's just not as profitable. And mining profitability is questionable. With no support for mining software right now, Intel GPUs should be immune to any changes in this regard. What? Intel doesn't have to change anything. The mining devs have to update the miners to utilize the GPUs and the architecture that Intel has developed. Once they can do that in the OpenCL, we will be able to mine on it. Will they devote such time? Because you got to think, these mining devs don't actually... there's 12 articles now? Damn, DJ. Look at you. I don't think that's what you meant to do. But I like how the Wonder Girls came in on that. What? Okay. Let's just put A380. Let's get specific. Yeah, Intel's latest GPUs are bad for crypto miners. Intel Arc GPUs do not support mining. Does not support mining software. It's absolutely asinine and uneducated information that's being released out there. It's a matter of time. It's just I don't think the devs who honestly are taking time out of their own lives to update their miners on a regular basis. Some of them don't keep up with it, right? But some of them do. And they do keep, like when LHR was a thing, right? They were hitting the ground hard, man. They were trying their best to get it unlocked, 70%, 75%, 80%, 82%, 84%, 100% unlocked. They were busting their butt, and they're paid because we donate to them through the miner, like 1%, 1.5, sometimes 2, depending on the miner you're using. So they are paid for their services because that's a lot of work to do. I'm not a coder. I'm not a script kiddie, so I can't speak to that, but I know it's definitely a lot of time and a lot of effort that one has to put into it. They've done that. They will continue to do that as we move forward with new GPUs. Just know when new GPUs come out, DJ Minds or myself may get them, but they may not be usable. We can't use them yet. We got to wait. So hang tight. DJ's already got the GPU. We're waiting for minor updates. When minor updates come, DJ will bring it to you, show you the hash rate, see the performance. And with the A380, if we can get DJ Minds to utilize the A380 with T-Rex miner or whatever miner, was able to encode Intel, kernels or whatever they can do to get I'm not saying that all wrong. Whatever they can do to get the unlock the Intel GPUs and use the architecture and the components within it to mine and get a hash rate and compute that workload. Once that happens, we can extrapolate the data off of the A380. We can kind of determine what the next card might be. We might be able to look and be like, okay, the A770 should be around this, or the A750 should be around this. And that's what we're waiting on. Because there's a whole new architecture, whole new ball game. They are very efficient. And you can see at this chart here, like the A770 is a 225 watt card. I say that you probably overclock that maybe to 240. Somewhere in there, and it's a competitor to the 6650 XT or the 3060 Ti. So it's a good middle of the range pack type card. The A750, same thing. The 580 looks like it's going to be like a 3050, right above a 6500 XT. But then the A380, as you can see, is right. It's depending on the title. Again, it beats the 6400. Is on par with the 6500 XT or a little bit lower, and then right below the 1650. Really just depends on the benchmark we're looking at. Because you can see on this benchmark with resizable bar enabled, it beats the 6500 XT, but it doesn't beat the 1650. But then if we find another benchmark, it's below, even with resizable bar, it's below the 6400 and everything else other than you can't see it here, but there's a 1050 Ti. So just have to wait and see. But I'd be interested to see how these cards perform efficiently and effectively. So I'm over here talking to you like you can see the charts, you can't. But right here is what I was talking about. 6400. You see the card is basically on par with that, but below this one right here, and the 6500 XT right here, and then the 1650 SC. So anyways, that's gonna do it for today's show. Thank you so much for stopping by, DJ Minds. I'll hit you up in chat later. I saw your message, but I'm gonna go check work and get some things done around the house, around for work, and then I just gotta keep grinding, guys. So thank you so much for your support. Continue to support the channel through various means, like links down in the description. And Black Cat, basically they all went to they all found DJ Mind's Twitter. Right? They saw his post, and then they all just went off of his post. And we were talking, I was tagging him, and a number of people were tagging him, but basically, if you see in the articles, there should be a picture of nothing but his post. Like, they didn't talk to him. They just took what he wrote and put it in an article and was like, yay, miners can't use it, yay. Did they take your post down? All right, anyways, whatever. The point being is the miner devs got to work on it. So anyways, do me a favor, On the way out, hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care and have a wonderful day. Peace.